Hi Pat, how are you? Welcome to Madrid. I'm so pleased to have you here at Telefonica.
Delighted to be here.
It's been nice to see Patrick again and sharing this different framework, and hope some more companies can apply it.
I wanted to ask you if you can give a really short overview of what the whole view model is.
Normal way is to push one thing forward, normally the business model or the use case or the offering, and then wait for the others to catch up, and this says do them all at the same time.
So how would a company like big organization leverage a model like that?
As you do early rough prototypes of user experience, do an early rough prototype of a business model and an early rough prototype of the offering. Putting together a small team that has connections. When you get the right people interacting on the whole view process, you almost can't tell what their functions are.
Una excelente presentación para conocer pues, su opinión sobre lo que es la innovación en las grandes compañías, pero no solo en las grandes compañías, también aplicable a todo tipo de compañía, y es lo que nos interesa a todos.
Three themes are part of the Be More program. One is to disrupt, to discover, and also to deliver. So in these different kind of phases, how does customer focus really help drive that, and how does the whole view model feed into it?
Projects start in big companies with technological capability and operational capability, and with the business they're in. What companies are finding is that consumers have so many choices. Coined the term disruptive innovation, says now that if he were rewriting the innovator's dilemma, he wouldn't limit it to technological disruptions. He would talk about user experience disruptions as well.
It was really great to kind of, hear him talk about the next generation of that and how our industry is evolving and what it means for our clients. I think all of us are kind of thinking about these things. Hearing kind of, the master of it all himself telling his side of the story was really great.
So what are some companies that are actually applying the whole view model and are really sort of following the philosophy that you're talking about?
I was in India last week with the Godrej company, one of the large conglomerates in India, and they are adopting it for the development of new companies. We kicked off a project where they have 5-person teams, and each team is charged with creating a plan for a company that can be piloted in 6 months.
What kind of companies?
Appliances, healthcare, transportation, logistics.
Tenemos que hacer entre todos que el diseño forme parte de la infraestructura de nuestras compañías y de la forma de ser.
Is there a particular type of problem or product category that lends itself the best to the whole view model?
No, anything that involves consumers. If you're making a part that goes on another part, that goes on a component, that goes in a product, it's less useful.
Are there some additional trends that you would say we should be paying attention to that are going to be instrumental in how we need to think about customers or how we think about?
I think that in general we're moving to an era where customers are going to have more choice. We're going to go through a threshold where they start making the final offering themselves. So companies like Telefonica will be more involved in creating platforms that the customers use to do the final design. The companies that create the systems and platforms for users to make stuff are going to win.
That's actually really interesting. Where one of our big areas of focus with an innovative angle is around smart cities.
Yes.
And that's an incredibly complex topic to get our head around.
Normally, when Samsung or Sony or GE look at smart homes or smart cities, they think of it as embedding technology in it. But all of those technologically led smart cities, homes, lives, projects have failed because they've only looked at it through the technology lens and haven't looked at it through the use lens or the business model lens.
I'm really happy that Patrick was able to come and speak to us about his new framework and model. It's been very provocative, some really great new ideas for
big companies and platforms and customer centricity. So it's been really great. We need to be designing the platforms for people to really design the ultimate experiences.
They'll be designing the platforms and have to build the craft genetic code into the platform so that users can design good things. Designers have to get over the fact that they're going to be not involved in the specifying of finely crafted things.
It's going to require a different form of education too, doesn't it?
That's okay with us.
Okay. Great, Pat. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.